Hello and welcome back to the True Crime Comedy Podcast, Murderess Podcast. I am your host, Sidney Smith, with my co-host,
Jamie Kamaya.
What up, Jay?
How are ya?
How are ya? Thank you guys so much for joining us on this podcast. As you already know, unless you're brand new, unless you decided to join us and not listen to the very first one, this is the very first one you're listening to. On this podcast, we take a look at real-life murderers committed by women and only women, unless you go to our Patreon. And you will find a couple of people with dicks.
Yeah, we'll mix it up
over there. Yeah, we'll mix it up on you. You all about mixing it up today. Why don't you tell the people, because we're professionals, as professionals in audio, you're supposed to do a mic check. And I said, Jay, give me a mic check. And Jay, you said what?
1, 2.
That
1,
is
2.
not what you said. Balls deep is what you said, sir. It should be mic check 1, 2, 1, 2.
I like to keep it light out of the gate.
Yeah, keep it light. Yeah, be hearing balls deep in my head in my headphones is not keeping it light. I was like, what the hell's going on around here?
There's too much bass to that.
It's not the bass. It's what I'm hearing, period. But before we get started, folks, let me digress a bit here. Let me mention a couple of things as I always do. Please, if you could, go onto Apple Podcasts, if that's how you listen to us. Give us 5 stars. We would forever be in your debt, as Jamie likes to say. And then also leave us a great review. I would like something positive said.
Any review.
Jamie does not give a shit. You could get on there and just type in balls deep, and Jamie would be happy with that.
As long as it goes with 5 stars.
I would not be happy with that. Give us 5 stars and say something nice.
You can say balls deep in a flattering way.
That doesn't come through in typing.
This podcast is balls deep up in here. No?
Okay, let's move on. You about with the 6 listeners we have now, you're about to get us canceled with them. Also, you can find us on Patreon if you want to support the show that way. You can become a member of our fan club there, get hold of some cool bonus content and rewards. And possibly, depending on the tier you choose, an autographed photo of Jamie with the infamous murderer, Aaron Hernandez. And when we say autograph, not autographed by Aaron Hernandez. He is long gone and dead.
That would be a forgery.
In fact, he's the first subject of the first topic for us for our Patreon bonus.
Hear all about it. My little run-in with him.
Yeah. And we need to set up to record our third bonus for our folks. So again, we want to thank you guys for listening to us. Shout out to all of our patrons on our Patreon that we have now. You guys mean the most to us because you guys are the first couple of people to give us money. And that helps us out greatly, and it means a ton that you enjoy the show.
I don't know where the money's going because I don't see the candy bowl I was promised. But
you and this candy, didn't we? For people who are loyal listeners, and I try, and one of the things we like about bantering, I've had people who listen say, "Man, do you guys have to banter?" Yes, it's how people get to know us, and getting to know us, you get to know our problems and our issues. And one of Jamie's problems,
we have them.
And one of Jamie's problems and issues would be. He is a great candidate for a heart attack or stroke. So stop asking me
I thought chocolate was supposed to fight that.
No, that's not what that does.
Oh.
Where did you hear that at?
I'm sure I read a meme.
What kind of doc are you going to? Just a little kid who's wearing
I saw a meme on Facebook. It has to be true.
Has to be true. My favorite comics are the guys they get all their stuff from memes. They just show up and tell meme jokes.
Just tell internet jokes.
That's my favorite guy. They'll come up. Sid, what'd you think? Get the fuck away from me is what I think.
Yeah, you can use this on your show. No, someone else's show.
No, I don't think so. All right. So again, thank you guys who are giving us cash on Patreon. We do appreciate it. Anyone else out there would like to do so, you can go to the path I just told you, or even easier, go to murderesspodcast.com and click on fan club there. And you can get to us that way also. Also, I love to hear from people, man. So even if you're not a member of our Patreon, if you want to jump on, let us know something you like, you don't like, which would be the dislike would be the sound of Jamie's voice. I get it.
You lies.
Or
it's
just
captivating.
Or you want to share any of your own favorites with us. We would love to hear it. If it falls in line with, and we can make it happen, maybe we'll do a story on one of your favorite murderers.
Let's do it.
I should say murderesses.
Murderesses.
I hate that word. Trying to do a plural. Murderesses. How do you say it?
Murderesses.
But that business is taken care of. What's going on, man? You know what? I really haven't talked to you. You've been busy with a lot of shit. So I haven't talked to you since last week.
We close on Friday. We got a house. We're closing.
Yay.
Yeah. Finally, we're moving even further west.
Yes. This is going to be a further drive for you.
Yes. A good 15 minutes further.
And that is your fault.
Yes.
You could have moved right next door, but you chose not to.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
So, okay. With the house, congratulations, first of all. We couldn't talk. I didn't want to talk about it on the show beforehand because, one, I don't like talking about people's business.
I don't want to jinx it.
Before they want to talk about their business. And two, yes, I did not want to jinx it if you believe in that kind of thing. God doesn't believe in God, but he believes in jinxes. It's so asinine with you. All right. So you want to share with the world a little bit about the house? What you love about the house? I mean, what's up, man? What you plans?
Yeah, I'm not renting
orgies?
anymore. That's
what's going on?
Probably the thing I love the most. 3 full bathrooms, so we can always spread out to do our business. No lawn. I don't have to mow. I just have to spray the rocks, keep the weeds down.
What's going on over at this house that you need 3 bathrooms to spread out to your business?
Just in case. I mean, I feel like a king.
Well, you got like 5 bedrooms in this house.
4. We're gonna make a 5th.
This is an orgy house, is what this sounds like.
It could be. It could be a flop house.
That's disgusting.
Someone needs a room. Rent.
Don't say that loud.
Don't call me.
Right. What are we doing here?
Check with Sidney. He's got a really nice guest room here.
No, I don't. No, I don't. It's awful. I live in a terrible neighborhood. You don't want any part of this.
No, that is not true.
You don't want any part of this. So congratulations on that. So we won't go all into your business about your house, but congratulations.
Well,
I'm happy for you. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. Last time I owned a house was a long time ago, and that one didn't go well. So we're going to try it again.
For people who are listening, none of the money from Patreon goes towards Jamie's mortgage. So you're not investing in this.
No, the houses spike in prices these days.
No, but it's great that you guys were able to get in one because the housing market is bananas here.
Second house we bid on, we got lucky.
Oh, you got really lucky because I know people out there in their double digits of homes losing out on bids.
The people are firing off bids at houses they see online. They don't even go look at it. They're firing off bids. 20 grand over.
I was watching a report today where they were talking about the same things going on with used cars right now.
Yeah.
Because of the microchip shortage, the new cars can't get produced fast enough. Oh. And so used cars are spiking. Of course, everything with the stimulus money and everything. So, used cars is a thing right now for people.
Oh, well, I'm looking for a new to me car.
Well, again, the prices are up on them is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep driving the shit box.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, it's a shit box. Tired of it.
Get your energy together, man. You're killing me over here. What are you doing?
I wanted to get one before, but with a house, you can't spend money like that. You can't take out a loan.
No, you cannot. Like no, you cannot. Well, I need you to stop acting like you're building this house. You're only buying it. So just perk up for me there, buddy.
I'm going to be building a wall, though. Make that 5th bedroom for you to come over.
No.
So we can set up a studio and you can come record at my house.
When is this ever going to happen? This is never going to happen. I love the fact that you told me today, you texted me, say, hey, can we record earlier? I'm like, no, the wife is home. She's doing a teleconference. So no. And then I had to add in because I wanted to make sure you remember you never show up early, even when I say, yeah, come on by early. You still show up at the same time.
Something comes up, man. You never know.
Nothing comes up. You can't get out of bed. That's the only thing.
That once, maybe twice.
It's only been twice that you asked to come before today. All right. So when you got here, you said something you wanted to talk about a dental appointment. What happened?
Oh, so I had this pain in my tooth and it's causing like sore throat. I figured I got like an abscess, like a swollen mouth. So I go into the dentist. They take me in to see me. I think it's in the top teeth, but you can never tell with tooth pain. It kind of moves around the mouth. It's hard to tell. So they x-ray all this stuff. He goes, there's nothing wrong with your teeth. And I go, maybe it's the bottom ones. He's like, well, we don't have x-rays of those. I'm like, how do you not take pictures of the whole side of my face in that case? So he goes, I'm going to send you to a specialist. I go, all right. So I call the specialist that he recommends. We're not taking any new customers or clients, patients, whatever. Wonderful. So I call another one. Oh, yeah, we can get you in. Can you do June 15th? I'm like, it's the beginning of May. I'm popping Advil like Tic Tacs right now. My face is swollen and no, I can't do it. And they're like, how about next week? I go, why wasn't that the first offer? Next week, the 11th. I call them today. They have an opening on the 10th. I'm going in Monday to get my face looked at. The inside of my face.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You in pain right now?
I can feel it. Yeah, but I took 3 Tylenol or 3 ibuprofen before I got here.
Didn't stop you from eating them Pop-Tarts, so did it?
No, I just chew on the other side of the mouth.
When the last time you been in to see the dentist?
Prior to that, probably a year ago. I mean, I'm usually pretty good about the cleanings, but other than that, I go once. I probably go once a year to get it clean, and then I go if I have pain. I don't like the dentist.
No one does.
I know, but there's always something. I've always got sensitive teeth, and I don't need them telling me I got another cavity.
Okay, here's an important thing. When is Jack going in to see the dentist?
Jack goes twice a year.
Okay, good. Don't be picking up on your bad habits over here. No. So you all right now?
Oh, I'll make it through this episode. most likely.
Folks, say a prayer for
You got to
Jimmy.
carry me at the end.
I carry you every. That's why I do shoulders twice a week because I got to carry you.
You got a strong back.
Oh man, I got to put in more work on the lower back.
I've been going every morning, go to the gym, get up at 4.
That's what I was going to ask you. Are you keeping up on that?
I'm keeping up with it. Marky Mark inspired me. Well, he's not Marky Mark.
The racist part of Marky Mark, or
yeah, well, he's past that. That was a long time ago.
I love how when that came out, everyone just kind of just glossed over. It was a story for a half of a
Between
book.
that and Tom Brady's cheating, I'll defend it till the end of time. I don't care how much proof you got.
Wait a minute. I know you will defend Tom Brady's cheating. You're going to defend Marky Mark and the racist shit?
No, I'm not going to defend it. I'm just saying he's grown past it.
I was just saying, because you're in the house of a black man, right?
I think it was Asians that he disliked the most, based off what I read in the newspapers.
Well, it is 2021, and they are attacking Asians like crazy.
What's going on?
You know what? I don't know. And I was thinking about it today. And we're not going to get heavy into politics, people, so don't worry. But I don't think this is even about politics. I think this is just about just being human to another human. But I saw something today when I was glossing over the news that they attacked an Asian woman with a hammer, and recently, and I don't know. Sometimes I feel like when they start talking about things, that's when people decide I'm going to do that. It's just
I guess I'm all riled up.
I don't know. I guess it must already be happening and never being reported, but now they're reporting on it more. Maybe I don't know.
Like, I don't get where it's coming from. Like, what are the Asians? They always seem to be the most laid back race.
I have no idea. Where's this? Right,
and it's not like it's one other race. Like, I've seen black people, I've seen white people. Everyone's attacking the Asians.
Right,
what's going on?
Right. Where's this Asian hate that you have come from? And I don't get it.
Oh, I don't get it either. They're always, of all the races I've ever come in contact with, they seem to be collectively the most passive.
I think people need to be more concerned with what you're concerned with, which is being Dogecoin rich.
Dogecoin, yeah. I got out of the Bitcoin rate, but I'm in the Dogecoin game now.
How much you got in Dogecoin?
I got 425 coins.
Oh man! And what does that really? What does that mean as far as money? If you want to pull it out,
265 right now. Last check, which was about 3 minutes before this podcast started.
You had more money in Bitcoin before.
Nah, only by a little. But Dogecoin has doubled in the past 48 hours. It's because Elon Musk, he's got the big to the moon thing with Dogecoin, and he's on Saturday Night Live this week. So I think that's a big reason why.
All right. Okay.
He's like kind of the reason that
Dogecoin
even took off.
He has been talking about it off and on, and it is sparking it up. And you're right. Elon Musk is pushing it, but I've seen Mark Cuban talking a lot about it recently, writing a lot about it.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg's been talking about it. Gene Simmons.
I just feel like at a certain point they're all going to buy or sell as much as they want to sell, and then they're going to stop talking about it. Everyone's going to be screwed.
He bought into it. If Elon Musk bought Dogecoin, it would skyrocket, and then everyone would sell it off, and he would lose a ton of money. And he can't sell off immediately because I think that's like insider trading. If you put a bunch of money on something, get it to spike, and then pull it right out, I don't think that's legal. So it's he wants to get in on it, from what I understand, but he's got to be careful about it. He can't put too much money in it.
I'm sorry, I missed that. He can't put too much money in because what?
Because if Elon Musk puts a bunch of money into something, and something that's small, it's going to spike. The value is going to skyrocket up, and then people are going to dump all their shares, which will make it drop back down.
Okay, yeah.
And he can't dump a lot of money in and then sell it because I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Right.
You can't affect the price and then cash out on it.
Well, a lot of things are illegal, but the dude's a billion trillionaire, so I'm sure he could.
Well, he dropped $1 billion on Bitcoin not that long ago, when it was down to about 48 grand, and I think it was hovering around 56K today.
Is he $1 billion?
He dropped $1 billion, I think, on Bitcoin.
See,
a month or so ago.
So for me, I haven't gotten into either one of them yet, and I'm not sure if I'm going to. I just feel like it takes a lot of time to kind of keep an eye on that shit.
Well, if you throw some money at it, it's a long-term thing. You're not gambling with it. I mean, you can. Some people have made quick money off it, but I throw it in there. Cryptocurrency is a thing of the future. I know absolutely nothing about it, but I know it's a thing of the future.
Yeah. It's hard to say things are a thing of the future unless you're the person who's calling the shots that this is going to be the thing of the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Bitcoin proved that. I mean, the cryptocurrency is a thing. I mean, that thing was...
Right, but Bitcoin, okay, I'll give you Bitcoin because we're already there and we're already seeing it. Is there room for another coin to come in and be the currency of the future? You know what I mean?
I don't see it passing Bitcoin. There's not enough mining left to be done. They said like the 80% of the mining's already been done. It took 10 years of the mining of the Bitcoin. The remaining 10 or 20% will take another 100 years. So the others that come in, the only reason Dogecoin is growing as fast as it is because you have celebrities talking about it.
Yeah, Bitcoin, this mining of Bitcoin, which is not a real coin, but mining of it, you kind of, I'm just like, what are you talking about mining of it? This is not a real thing that's tangible. The other thing that cracks me up here, I saw, and Mark Cuban was pushing this about a month ago, is people buying gifts of things. So like you could spend hundreds of dollars on a gift of Kobe Bryant dunking on someone, as opposed to having a physical, let's say, basketball card. You'd have a gift of it. And people are paying money for these things. And it's just crazy to me.
You can't just Google, search, and print.
Right. And so that's my thing. It's crazy to me to look at it today. And again, anyone out there, go to murderesspodcast.com. Leave me a message. If I sound like an idiot or you want to explain it and break it down for me, I would love to learn more about these things.
Tell me about how long it's going to be before I'm rich.
But it's crazy to hear that people are paying money for things that are not tangible. You know what I mean? Just you can't touch this. You're collecting gifts, but you can never hold it in your hand. And it's just, how do these things?
Yeah, but you can use Bitcoin to pay for things.
Absolutely. But again, it's crazy to me because it's, again, I can't hold a Bitcoin. You know what I mean? I can't
hold
put
$3,000 on your credit card, but it's still there.
I can't put. Great point. I could, if I wanted to pull $3,000 off my credit card and just walk around with $3,000 in my pocket, I could do that. So it's
college rich.
It's just college rich. Which I would never do. It's crazy to me that people walk around with that kind of cash. I saw a comic not too long ago. He put his wallet out and he had the money, one of the wallets with the money clip on the outside. And he just had this stack of bills in this money clip. I'm like, what are you, 80 years old? Who walks around?
Bars and drug dealers. Who else is taking cash regularly?
Who walks around with cash like that other than old people? So it's just
kind of cokehead. I get it.
All right. So I'm on record. I still laugh at you with your Bitcoin richness and your Dogecoin richness. But I'm on record that should you become a billionaire off this, I was one of your closest friends to start.
I'm sure.
And
I'm sure you won't be the only one.
And don't you try to buy that island and keep me off of it, because I'm coming for
Sidney, how much do you want to replace that Magic Johnson thing you got hanging up with the Larry Bird?
Yeah, how much Dogecoin you got?
Anything's negotiable.
Because technically that Magic Johnson jersey hanging costs more than all the Bitcoin and Dogecoin you've got right now.
I'm growing though. I'm growing.
Well, okay.
Give it another week. I could triple it.
You could triple it. Or in another week, you come in with less, right?
Yeah. I've got, it's worth 265. It only cost me about 60 to do that.
Okay.
So it's quadrupled for me.
All right. Well, I mean, for a guy of your intellect, for people who listened to the podcast last week, that's a pretty good investment.
It takes great intelligence to figure out how to quadruple your money in a few weeks.
All right. Can I talk about my vaccine real quick? I got vaccinated.
Yes, you did.
Thanks to you.
Oh, I'm happy to help.
Guy of your intellect got me in.
I made a great intelligence to pull that off.
You text me that. Got this appointment. Oh my God. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Jamie. This is what I text him back. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate you came through for me. And first thing he texted me back, only a person of great intelligence could have pulled this off. So I got vaccinated. I hate needles. And the wife went with me to.
Did she already get hers?
She's already been vaccinated. She's got both shots.
Oh, gotcha.
And so I'm telling my mother I got vaccinated. And my mother says, you know, Tamara only went with you so she can laugh at you. Because bro, I freaked out when I saw those needles. I walked around the corner and doctor's sitting there. Well, you can't.
Oh, you got out of your car for this one?
You have to. You had to go inside the hockey arena to do it.
The hockey? Oh, you were at the football stadium?
No, we're at Gia.
Oh, okay.
And
one at Westgate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So walk in, and for people here who are not from here, Westgate is that's over where the arenas are for the Cardinals and for the Coyotes.
Correct.
And so I was in the hockey arena. And I walk around the corner and the doctor is sitting there, a nurse, and has like 6 needles out on a tray. And the first thing I see is these needles. I'm like, I look at Tamara. I said, yo, why does he got to have the needles out? I don't want to see the needles.
5 of them are sedative.
There's like one person, right? One person coming. Why do you have this many out? And so I'm sitting there and I turn myself on a 45-degree angle away from the doctor because I don't like needles. And I'm a guy with tattoos. If you ever get a chance to meet me, you'll see I have tattoos. Those are the only needles I will tolerate. And I turned 45 degrees away from this guy. And I'm just waiting, and I'm looking at Tamara, and she's laughing. And the doctor touches my shoulder with the alcohol, and I jumped. I almost did. I jumped. I almost did. And Tamara's laughing even harder. She's like, "It's alcohol." I'm like, I say, "Yeah,
I knew that."
That's right. And so I'm talking to Tamara, and he sticks me with this needle, and man, my shoulder hurt for about a day.
Yeah, about. I'd say, wow, you poor thing. I had to make my shoulder in a motion and loosen it up.
I kept moving it. I kept moving it, keeping it going. I thought I was going to be able to go to the gym, but no, that was not going to happen. There was a lot of pain there.
Oh, you poor thing. It wasn't that bad.
I haven't felt that kind of pain since I got a penicillin shot in the military. That was the worst thing.
Penicillin?
Yeah, that's the worst thing.
What are you, 100 years old?
They were giving penicillin. At least that's what they told you. And that was terrible. Maybe they gave me the vaccine back then because they don't get sick
anymore. Though whatever they gave you in the service,
dude, the needle was long and that was painful. And then they would take you and make you. I'm telling you, ask anyone who's ever gotten that penicillin shot in their ass. Your leg hurts from your ass down. It is killer.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it is killer. And the worst thing that they do is then they make you go exercise right after.
I've got shots in the ass, but it was for rabies. I got bit by a skunk.
What are you, a redneck up in Boston? Where do you live in Boston?
This happened in the city.
How'd you get bit by a skunk?
Because we let my dog out in the yard. He got sprayed by a skunk. And apparently the skunk emptied everything it had on my dog. So I went outside to make sure that the skunk was gone. Little bastard walks out from behind a barrel and he bites me in the toe because I had an open toe sandal on. And he broke the skin.
Wait. So let's start over. No, let's start over. So the skunk empties his load on
the dog. Yeah, that's what I assume. He had nothing left to spray when he saw me.
And then you went out to do what now?
I went out to see if the skunk was gone before I brought my dog in. And he comes walking out from behind. I'm standing behind the barrel to guard myself. And the little shit, he was tiny too. He comes out. And I looked down and he's nibbling on one of my toes. And he broke the skin. I had an open toe sandal on.
Nibbling? Or was it like a bite?
I don't know. He just looked down. He was just working away at my toe. I pulled it back. I ran. And I ran in the house. And because I had a sock on, but he bit through the sock. And he broke the skin. So I'm like, wonderful. If the skunk is out in the middle of the day biting people, he's probably rabid. So I had to go to the hospital, and I got 8 shots.
How do we bury this story? How did you bury this story? Oh my God.
That's something I like to talk about.
So were you here or were you back
east?
East?
In Boston. This is in the city, though. This is suburban. This wasn't I'm not on a farm. I don't know where we had skunks. There's still a lot of woods and forest parks.
So here's my question to you. Why did you need to see if the skunk was gone before you let the dog in the house?
Just because I didn't want the dog was barking in an area, but it was nowhere near the skunk was. So I was trying to call him over, and I just wanted to make sure the skunk wasn't anywhere near the dog so he could not get sprayed again.
Oh, man, this is so good.
I'm terrified of skunks, like you are needles. So I'm scared.
Needles are a more, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's a better reason to be afraid of a needle.
Oh, right? Really? Are those needles rabid?
Okay. The skunk. You're the only person.
Did you bleed out of your toe when you got your shot?
You're the only person I will ever meet who was I'm
the only person I've ever met.
Right.
Bit by a skunk.
So
no one gets that close.
So now you're afraid of skunks.
I'm terrified even more than I was.
You were already afraid of them.
Of course. Who's not afraid of skunks? You got to bathe in cranberry sauce or whatever the hell it is.
Tomato juice, right?
There you go.
Oh my gosh. All right. This is a great point for us to transition into the real reason people listen to this. Oh my God. So I've already got the title. So for people who listen, I normally go back, or while we're recording, I'll write different things that kind of key up for me. When I'm going back and editing with the squad, I'll listen for certain things. Say, that'd be a good title. And I think I already have the title for this one. And it's I Got Bit by a Skunk. And so that'll be the title for this episode.
How about there's no rabies and needles?
Nope. There's no rabies and needles.
So you tell me you're more scared of a needle than a rabid skunk.
A rabbit skunk.
It was rabid. It was in the middle of the day.
Now, if you tell me there's a skunk out there waiting for me, foaming at the mouth, rabbit, yeah, I'd be a little
If it's in the middle of the day, you can assume he's rabid.
I would be concerned.
They're nocturnal, Sidney.
Not afraid. I can kick the shit out of this skunk.
Yeah, but you're going to smell.
Oh my gosh. All right. So one last question before we transition into the real part of the show. How do you get a rabies shot? How do they administer that? Is it shots in the stomach?
Not anymore. So the guy was a nurse, a guy nurse. He was giving me 2 shots at a time. Like he was literally holding 2 needles at once in each shoulder and then once in each butt cheek. So total of 8 shots. And he had to give him I had to sit there for about 4 hours.
After getting?
Yeah. After just to make sure there was no adverse reactions, I guess.
I ate fucking, yeah. All right.
He's good though. He turned the Patriots game on for me on the little TV in the little room, emergency room I was in.
Thanks for ending the story with a shitty part of it, but
I think they won the title that year.
Crap title, Patriots. But I love the fact hearing. Now I know. So who knows? You may just get some random gifts from me that they're just skunks.
Oh, I can't wait.
Like skunk figurines.
I've already been given a skunk doll by somebody.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah,
this is so good. I'm gonna get you a Pepe
Yeah,
Le Pew.
that was a laughing stock for a good few years.
We're gonna pick that back up again. Oh, Pepe Le Pew. All right. We have a very, 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 very dandy show for you guys. Thank you guys again for joining us here on Murderess Podcast with myself again, Sidney Smith, and my co-host Jamie Kammeyer. On this week's episode, we head back east to the Middle East to spend some time with another Iranian murderess. It's the not-so-lovely lady named Sheila Davaloo. Sheila was born on May 11, 1969 in Iran, where she spent her early years in what was described as the war zone. Her family immigrated to the United States in the mid-1970s. She and her parents were medical and health professionals, started their lives in their new country, and settled in New York suburb of Yorktown Heights. Like her mom and dad, Davaloo was a gifted student, but giving into family tradition, she was married just out of high school.
Oh, that's never good.
No, I don't. Well, I've went to high school with some people who did that, and it worked out okay for them. But I mean, that's like what, 1 in a million chance I think that happens.
Yeah, that's real old school. I wonder if a lot of times they pick the husband for you.
I am just a firm believer in waiting to in your 30s, early 30s at minimum, before you get married. Yeah. Just because you change so much from 18 to 30.
Yeah. You don't know shit when you're 18.
You don't know anything. And then when you add being married to someone and trying to grow old together and go through that change, it's just a lot.
Yeah, you need to learn tolerance and patience.
Absolutely. So Sheila attended State University of New York at Stony Brook, where she earned a biochemistry degree.
Oh, smarty pants.
Very smart, as we stated. Now, here's a quick look at their admissions overview, because I had never heard of this school, to be honest with you, until
Stony Brook? I thought it was like an ice cream.
I did. Well, you had it in here as SUNY Stony Brook, and that's what made me look it up. It's okay, State University of New York at Stony Brook. So here's a quick overview of their admissions. Stony Brook admissions is selective and with an acceptance rate of 44%.
Oh.
Students that get into Stony Brook have an average SAT score between 1230 and 1440.
Oh, I would never made it. At 1,000. That's not too bad.
Yeah, okay. And we're an average ACT score of 26 to 32.
I never took that.
To my surprise, it's also the highest ranked state institution in New York State, which that surprised me too, because I would have thought it was going to be NYU.
Right.
But as recent numbers would say, it is Stony Brook. So very good school that she attended. Obviously, they said she was a gifted student also. She would go on to get married with to her first husband, Fareed Musavi. To the outside world, she was normal, attractive, and successful health company executive who had everything going for her in life. But beneath that clean, proper appearance was a monster who stalked and murdered her lover's girlfriend, then tried to kill her husband during a sex game. So we're going to get into a couple of different things here that this young lady at the time was involved in.
Bad.
Yeah, she was something else. The first marriage was short-lived due to Sheila's alleged infidelity, and Fareed filed for divorce when he learned she was having an affair with a man named Paul Christos, whom she met while attending grad school at New York Medical College in Valhalla, New York. When I read this, though, and this is me being ignorant, I'll say that I'll put that label on myself. I was shocked that that there was any infidelity on her side, giving her background, the religious background, and where she was from.
Yeah, old
and
school
tradition.
Middle Eastern wise.
Right.
You don't hear about that.
You don't. And so I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but you put it best. You just don't hear about it.
Right.
So I was shocked to see that was even a thing for her at all. Were you shocked when you were doing part of the research with the squad?
No, because I still think of her as an American at this point. No,
okay.
She came over young, so
Okay.
She's Americanized, I guess, and the American lack of values when it comes to relationships.
We don't give a fuck over
We
here.
kind of cornered the market on,
We don't give a
on
shit.
infidelity, I guess.
Okay, so, but yeah, all right. And that's a good point you make. She had been here. It's not like she was long-term being raised over in Iran. So that's
But they likely set up that marriage with that man. She probably had no say in it. She's probably like, fuck that shit.
Right. Good point. Good point there. So after getting her degree, Sheila took a job at Purdue Pharma in Stamford, Connecticut as a research scientist. And so for people out there who have been under a rock, let me catch you up. Purdue has spent a few years in the spotlight because of their role as the manufacturers and because of their alleged bad marketing practices of OxyContin.
Oh, yeah.
And some of those bad practices allegedly also included kickbacks. So Purdue has been in the forefront of that. And not that it has anything to do with this story, but I'm just amazed at some of the things that they've been able to get away with. Purdue, that is, in terms of OxyContin and the
those
pandemic.
are the nastiest things out there, those opiates, right?
Yeah, and now it's back in the courts again because the three, and I can't name the three right off the top of my head, so forgive me, Jamie, and the folks listening. But now the three distributors of that drug are now in court because they're being saddled with being one of the biggest reasons why West Virginia suffers from the pandemic of opioids.
Yeah.
And so now they're in court battling with the state of West Virginia over this.
And was it an OxyContin is just like a really strong Percocet, right? Same type of opiate, I guess. And those things, unless you're like terminal and you're trying to just keep someone out of pain, I cannot see why you would give that to someone who you're aiming to get recovered from whatever it is that ails them.
Well, when you go back and you look again, go back and look at some of the things that were alleged of Purdue. It was the marketing campaign and the push on the doctors. It was the kickback to the doctors. It was all those different things, which I don't have to go to the doctor often, but I don't know why it took this for people to start to question. You have all these medical sales reps coming in, giving away these free samples and
free samples of a was that like a stage A narcotic or whatever it is?
Right. Or any drug for that matter, because now the natural thought process should be, why is the doctors prescribing the drugs they're prescribing? Because these things are
right.
So
okay, I've gone to doctors, they give me some free samples of stuff, and it's like, okay, this is a prescription. How am I getting how you just pulling them out of a closet and handing them to me?
Right.
I'm not complaining, but
this guy. So let's not get down that rabbit hole. But I just wanted to make sure that we added that in. I didn't think we would do justice to those out there who have suffered from this if we mentioned Purdue and didn't mention exactly what they're going through over the last few years and why they're going through it.
Bunch of jerks.
Well said. So Sheila worked for Purdue Pharma in Stamford, Connecticut. Bunch of jerks. Alleged. She would eventually go on to marry Paul Christos. So we're looking at she getting married right out of high school, going on to SUNY at Stony Brook. Now she's got a job at Purdue. In between that, the first husband she married out of high school divorces her because she's cheating. And now she's married now to Paul Christos. And on March 23rd, 2003, Sheila Davaloo stabbed her husband, Paul, twice.
Wow.
With a paring knife inside the couple's Pleasantville, New York condominium.
A paring knife? Is that different from another knife?
Paring knife? Yes, that would be different than another knife. Wouldn't be the same as a steak knife.
Well, what's a paring knife?
Paring knife is more for like, you deal with that with fruit, like peeling fruit, I believe, and that type of thing. Yeah.
Probably not the knife I'd go for if I was going to stab someone.
Well, you're a much larger dude.
She had little hands.
Right. You got big hands. You're a big man. She's got a...
I could lose a lot of weight if I still didn't have big hands.
No. Sausage fingers? No, you will not.
It's sweaty. Gets sweaty.
Okay, let's move on. All right. Don't hold the mic so tightly. At the time of the stabbing, Sheila and Paul were allegedly taking part in a sex game. And which Paul,
like you're doing it wrong.
Which Paul was blindfolded and handcuffed to a chair, and Sheila was touching him with objects. Look, man, this is exactly why I've never played a sex game that involved me being tied up and blindfolded. I've never done it.
Get stabbed in the chest. Oh, now I'm turned on.
Have you?
I've never been tied up, no.
I just won't do it because I don't know what you're up to.
You're right. I don't know if you know how much Dogecoin I got.
I was going to say, I don't know what you know. No, I'm not. No, and I've had women say, "Let me just." No, it's not. If that's what you're looking for, this isn't going to work out for you. So no, because you do anything to me, I'm probably going to take you down. So Sheila, being the good sport that she was, had offered to go first. This would have made Paul more open to taking part in it. And I guess that would make some stupid man.
I'd be like, psych, I lied.
Exactly right. Because I've already finished. What is there to do? I don't need to be tied up now. I'm done.
Yeah, watch this movie.
This is great. All right. So after the stabbing, Sheila took her time in getting medical attention for her husband. So she stabbed this dude and slowed the pace down
And
from there.
Then had a second change of heart. Like,
well, when she finally drove her husband to the Westchester County Medical Center, she tried to stab him again.
We're still planning. What do you mean you haven't guessed what it is yet? It's a knife, you idiot.
The following day, she was charged with attempted murder, assault, and criminal possession of a weapon. Paul would require open heart surgery.
I always love those like little cheesy charges they throw in at the end: attempted murder and criminal possession of a paring knife. You know,
and jaywalking.
Yeah, it's always a little thing thrown in the end.
What do you mean jaywalking? Well, when we chased her, she jaywalked.
Well, now you get 90 years and 6 months.
So when I was reading, I did a little research also on my own. I didn't add it here, but when I was reading, it said that to lead up to the stabbing, I believe she put a cat or a dog or something on his lap.
Yeah, you got to guess what it is.
Yeah, to guess what it was. And then she sat on him. He said he felt this thrust into his chest twice.
Is that a knife? I knew it. I knew it was a knife.
So she stabbed him twice. And then when they got to the hospital, after she decided to take him, you know what? Fuck it. Let's make it 3. And stabbed him again in the car. I don't understand that. I didn't understand that.
Yeah, I don't know what was going through her head. Maybe if he was dead, he couldn't talk. Figure no matter what shape she drops that guy off in, if he's dead, it's probably better off than a guy who can say, "Hey, this bitch stabbed me twice."
Well, yeah, but he had the fortitude to stay alive, I guess, because
he fought through it.
Because he needed a open heart surgery after the attack.
Oh, that's serious.
This is one of those things that should have happened like in the movies.
Must have had a little chest if a paring knife could make do some more push-ups, dude. Maybe you'll be better off.
You say he didn't have much mass there, much muscle there.
Right through the chest plate.
That's a good point. I like to think if Tamara tried to stab me with a paring knife, she wouldn't be able to get to my heart.
Ha! Blazed up, big enough.
Nah, get your shit together.
Well, you let me chain you up, so here's a big enough.
No, but she should have pulled up and dumped his ass out the car and just drove away. Right. There was no way she was getting around.
Head back to Iran.
Well,
I don't think they extradite from Iran.
There's plenty of places she should have gone other than Sweden, maybe. They don't extradite out of there. All right. So during the police interview, the detectives let Sheila think that her husband was dead to see if she would make up a story that would contradict the one that he told. Well, he pulled through the surgery and would testify later on as what did happen. Sheila said that he leaned into the knife. Her husband was like, "Nah, dude." I was handcuffed to the chair. There was no leaning. He leaned into it twice.
Yeah, right. Hold on. I think it's a knife. Let me try again.
The first time it was so good. Let's do it again.
Take a lot of ab muscle.
On February.
Based off his little chest. I don't think he got the abs either.
I knew you were going to say that. On February 19, 2004, Sheila, whose defense was that she was emotionally troubled and never meant to hurt her husband, was convicted.
Why would I take this little knife?
She's killing me. She's killing me right now. All right, so let me try this again. Whose defense was that she was emotionally troubled and never meant to hurt her husband, was convicted of attempted murder after she requested a non-jury trial.
Oops.
The final outcome would be left solely in the hands of the judge. Why would you? I would never, ever pick a non-jury trial.
No, hell, because that's one person. You only, in a judge, if you have a jury, you only need like a couple. You need even one.
Not only is it one person, but it's one person who actually knows the law.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
You want someone like me on your jury?
Absolutely. Give me 12 Jamies.
No one's going to jail.
Give me 12 Jamie Camires over there. This woman, for as brilliant as she was, but my mother used to tell me, I don't know if I said this on the podcast, if I said it last week or not, but my mother used to tell me when I was a kid growing up, I was a good student. I mean, everybody thought of me as a smart person. But my mother would say sometimes, she said, boy, you got all the book smarts in the world, but you don't have a lick of common sense. And it took me several years to finally understand, because she would always say I had the book smarts and my brother, who's 2 years behind me, Quentin, had the street smarts. He was more streetwise than I was.
Quinn, if you're hearing this, that doesn't mean she thinks you're dumb.
No, Quentin, if you're hearing this, it'll be the closest you get to a compliment that I'm ever going to give you. But she would always say that he had the street smarts, I had the book smarts. And it took me some years to figure out exactly what that meant. Because, for me growing up, I'm like, all I need is book smarts and I'm going to be good to go. But the world doesn't care about your book smarts.
No, they don't.
When you got someone who's streetwise, they can take advantage of you all day.
Oh, yeah.
And so but going back to Sheila, doesn't sound like she has a lick of common sense. I don't know how you thought you were going to, just the judge was going to be like,
I'd rather take my chance with 12. You need 1 out of 1 with the judge. You only need 1 out of 12 with a jury. Right?
What's the old Ice Cube quote? I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Yes.
I'd rather be judged by 12 than judged by one motherfucker who knows the law. This is just stupid. So the prosecutors had argued that Sheila wanted Paul, not to mention the connection that prosecutors and the judges and even your defense attorney, if you are going with a public defender, the relationship that they have as well. No, I wouldn't want anything to do with that. But prosecutors had argued that Sheila wanted Paul Christos dead so she could be with her lover and coworker at Purdue Pharma, a man named Nelson Sessler.
Another jerk.
Let's jump back a couple of years. On November 8th, I almost said 19 something because that would be my birthday. On November 8th, 2002, the body of Annalisa Raimondo was found in her Stamford, Connecticut condo. She was bludgeoned over the head several times and stabbed 9 times in the face, neck, and chest during a chaotic struggle. You got to really dislike someone to stab them in the face.
After smashing them.
My gosh. Sheila Davaloo was the prime suspect in investigation into the murder, but the police initially lacked the evidence to charge her. Shortly after Sheila's attempted murder conviction, so this is the conviction, so not to be confused, people who are listening, shortly after her conviction of attempted murder, so remember we talked about her trying to murder her husband with the paring knife, Annalisa's father, Dr. Renato Raimondo, publicly stated how he believed that Sheila was his daughter's killer. Sheila Davaloo was not charged with Annalisa's Raimondo's murder until November 6, 2007. So what do we say, about 5 years afterwards, almost 5 years to the day of the killing. A detective Carpentier, who was investigating the knife attack on the husband, noticed Sheila's last call was to someone named Nelson. When the detective drove to see him, a neighbor said, quote, "Are you here about the murder?" Close quote. The detective replied, "No, he didn't die. I'm here about the assault." Neighbor said, "No, she died."
Oh, they're talking about 2 different things.
Absolutely. So this woman that the neighbor was talking about turned out to be Annalisa Raimondo, who worked at the same Purdue Pharma firm as Davaloo.
I see a connection.
And was brutally killed at her home.
The genius would come up with that.
We're freaking Shaggy over here from Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine. Scoob.
They were co-workers.
Who worked at the same Purdue Pharma firm as Davaloo and was brutally killed at her home 5 months before in Stamford, Connecticut. Annalisa had decided to work from home that day, and it would turn out to be a fatal decision as she was bludgeoned with a dumbbell and repeatedly stabbed. Detectives believed that Davaloo went to her work, and when she didn't show up there, figuring that she was working from home and headed to her apartment. From there, she knocked, and when Annalisa opened the door, she rushed in. So this is what the detectives are putting together. Annalisa was small, but it was said that she was in very good shape. The apartment was in shambles, showing signs that Annalisa fought for her life.
Yeah, she had to be in shape. It was a dumbbell, they said you smashed her with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing Sheila didn't show up with a dumbbell, so she must have had dumbbells in there. So she was someone that was into working out. See that? Another genius on my part.
You done, Shaggy?
I'm done. Let's do this.
A neighbor called 911 to report that a man was attacking her neighbor. Spoiler alert, it was no man. And it would later emerge that Davaloo's former lover, Nelson Sessler, was dating and planned to marry Raimondo. So it looks like we got a little bit of a love triangle forming
she's
here.
Getting knocked out of that triangle. They cut her corner off. Sorry, no more 3 angles here.
If we have any geometry teachers out there, could you let us know what that shape would be when you knock one corner off? What are we looking at here?
It's now a trapezoid.
No. Let the teachers tell us.
I'm smarter than them.
Okay. It was 2012, more than 4 years after her arrest. This time around, Sheila elected to have a jury trial this time around.
Ah, smart.
Yeah, she learned a lesson, eh? She chose to act as her own defense attorney and represent herself.
Not so smart.
Not so fast. Not so fast. Not so fast.
We can't make too many smart decisions.
Oh, boy. All right. Over Davaloo's objections that she would suffer stage fright if they were there, a state superior court judge in Stanford ruled Wednesday that cameras can be present at the trial. Comerford, the judge, scheduled a hearing regarding cameras after 2 local news outlets asked that they be allowed to record all or portions of the trial. According to new court rules, as of January 1st of that year, any criminal trial or hearing, except those involving sexual offenses or proceedings that, according to state law, must be closed to the public, can be photographed, videotaped, or recorded. Prior to the beginning of the year, cameras were almost only allowed at arraignments for non-sexual crimes. When asked if she objected, Sheila, who is now being held on $1 million bond at the York Correctional Institution for Women in Niantic, said that the cameras will give her performance anxiety.
Oh, if I had a nickel.
Every time you get because of cameras. You'd have about $5.
That's pretty generous. I'm thinking it would be about a quarter.
Trying to be a friend. Davaloo also says she suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder as a result of having lived through the Iran-Iraq war, and the cameras will make her very nervous throughout the trial. I'm trying to wonder, why is this such a big deal with her with the camera? Because this performance anxiety can't be a real thing.
No, I don't think so. No, if you can stab someone, I got to figure a camera's no big deal.
Yeah, right. But so I'm trying to figure out, what is her thing with not wanting to have the cameras in it? What do you think?
Oh,
you had to guess.
Who knows? Whatever, she's going to have to admit to some sketchy stuff that's going to be out there in the public. Maybe in her mind, she's thinking she's going to get off, but then people will have seen that trial and judge her when she's walking the streets.
That's a good point. It's a good thought. That's a good thought. So she says, quote, "I cannot speak in front of a camera. I really don't think I will be doing very well with a video camera pointed in my direction," close quote. And she said that to the judge, Judge Comerford. Foreseeing that revelations of a sexual nature will be coming out at trial, Sheila said she would not want that information broadcast on television.
Yeah.
So there were some things about her, not necessarily what she did or the horror of the crime committed. There was going to be some sexual things about her.
Yeah, no, she was a dirty bird.
Right. And she didn't want anyone to know about
Probably
that.
the least of your concerns, honey.
So Judge Richard Comerford told Sheila, who was previously sentenced in New York to 25 years in prison for attempting to kill her husband in 2003, she did not offer any compelling reasons for keeping cameras out of the courtroom during the upcoming trial. So when you add this piece in, she's already been convicted from the attempted murder for 25 years. All the more curious that she did not want the cameras in the courtroom. You're already in prison for 25.
Right.
It's not like you're going back to Purdue to your cubicle or your office or whatever on Monday.
Maybe it's one battle at a time.
Maybe. However, when prosecutors asked Paul Christos to reveal the scars he obtained from the stabbing, Sheila broke down in court. She later laughed off the incident, stating, quote, "I seem to have John Boehner's affliction."
Oh,
close quote. So she went after John Boehner.
John Boehner. Well, that's all right. He's a politician.
Yeah. So we're going to run through this real quick for a few people who may not be aware. For those of you asking what she's talking about when she says John Boehner's affliction, Boehner was a former Speaker of the House who has been said to cry publicly on a regular basis. He most notably cried episode came during an interview on 60 Minutes where he broke down uncontrollably.
For what?
I had heard people make fun of him most recently. I believe Trump or actually, I think it might have been Matt Gaetz who made fun of John Boehner with this crying thing. And I had never known about this. I like to think of myself as a pretty savvy person when it comes to politics. But I guess this is something I wouldn't have wasted my time with. I did not know. I didn't know he had this affliction. So many folks would mock him while others claim that it was a legitimate medical condition. Why are you laughing?
Does he deserve to be mocked?
I want all women out there who are listening to know that no matter how old your husband is, at heart, we're still 12 years old. So For example, traumatic brain injury, multiple sclerosis, a stroke, or other brain injury can all leave a patient more prone to crime. Notably, Boehner suffered from none of these.
So there you go. He deserves it.
Man, you and the squad are killing me with how you wrote this up this week. According to Christos, Davaloo became very interested in, quote, a love triangle between her friend Melissa, who worked with her at Purdue Pharma, her co-worker, Annalisa, and another co-worker named Jack.
Jack.
Oh,
She's making it up.
Not your Jack, is
it? Not to my knowledge.
Is he working at Pharma?
Not that age. I don't even know if he was born yet.
During a certain time period, she would talk about this love triangle every day, Christos said. She would constantly ask me why Jack would do this, what he was thinking, and what Melissa should do. Christos testified that Davaloo would also mention that she was going with Melissa to spy on Annalisa and Jack, and she wanted to break into Annalisa's apartment to look at photos.
Huh. She's telling her guy this, huh?
Yeah, because she's helping out her friend Melissa.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Sheila bought a lockpick kit that she would play around with on our front porch, Christos said.
Well, Christos, what is wrong with you, buddy?
This
is not normal behavior.
A little dense. Christos said Davaloo later confessed to him that the triangle was really between herself, Annalisa Raimondo, and a male co-worker, Nelson Sessler, who they were both romantically involved with. Dun, dun, dun.
Uh-oh.
This is it's like an episode of Matlock.
Putting that triangle back together.
Christos, his triangles, trapezoid. Christos also testified that Davaloo, who, as we mentioned earlier, is representing herself in the case, was sent him out. And this is what got me. Listen to this, people, very closely. This is funny. So Christos also testified that Davaloo, who also we mentioned earlier is representing herself in this case, was sent him out of their New York condominium for the night or the weekend because her brother, who Sheila said had schizophrenia, was coming over to spend time with her.
This is where you can say, no, he's not.
Davaloo said she couldn't tell her brother she was married or it was upset his mental state, Christos said. He says, I would stay with my parents or a local hotel, said Christos, who noted he never met a brother of Davaloo's. And the brother she referenced never came to the former couple's wedding. When her brother was coming, Sheila would move my stuff in the bathroom. And as gullible as I was at the time, I sometimes would move my own stuff before I left for the night.
Let me help you cheat on me.
Christos testified that Davaloo brought up a questioning game she wanted to play on March 22nd, 2003. All right, so we'll get to that in a second. Let me stop right here. What kind of idiot do you have to be to go and stay in a hotel or at your parents' home?
Because you are either blinded by love or you just don't give a shit. It's got to be one or the other.
I don't think don't give a shit is even an option here on this. This is just maddening to me. Because if she knows you're not going to give a shit, there's no reason to lie.
Maybe he wanted to get out for the weekend. He had a free pass.
Oh, my God. You never met this guy. The guy wasn't at the wedding. I just want to be a fly on the wall and hear how this story is told and how you just kind of nod and go along with it and move your own shit.
Oh, your mystery brother's coming? Let me get my toothpaste out of the freaking bathroom.
Jesus, idiot. So Christos testified that Davaloo brought up a question.
He put the seat down.
She wanted to play on March 22nd, 2003. Christos said the game required one person to be handcuffed, as we were talking about earlier, and blindfolded, and the other would place items on the person's face or arm, and they had to guess what the item was. The game wasn't sexual at all, Christos said. At that point in our marriage, we were more like roommates. We were no longer romantic.
They didn't give a shit.
No. Then why are we playing this game? Why do I need to be tied up then if it's not romantic?
Oh, he's scared of her.
Come on.
He's trying to keep her calm.
Oh, you're the worst.
Fine chain me.
You're the worst. Christos said Davaloo handcuffed him to a chair in their spare bedroom and blindfolded him with pantyhose.
That's not sexual.
She first put sexual items on him, including, I'm sorry, I said sexual. She first put several items on him.
It was probably really an old sock, but for the court. This sounds sexy. Those pantyhose.
It is. Is that my sock?
Smells like the gym.
Including one of their dogs, an ink cartridge, and a Spider-Man figurine.
Oh.
I didn't hear anything about any kids. Why do you have a Spider-Man figurine in this house? I heard her go down to the kitchen, and when she came up, she said, there was one last item. One last thing to guess, Christos said. I felt her sit on me, and then I felt a thrust like a heavy weight was on my chest, and then another thrust.
Oh. What is it? Guess what it is?
Look, you're not going to tell me we were more like roommates and there was nothing sexual. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. You ask me if you could tie me up and touch me with things and blindfolded, I'm going to punch you right in the throat. So don't tell me there wasn't anything romantic going on. You guys are more like roommates.
You don't pull out a Spider-Man figurine for just anything.
You're not going to let anybody tie you up and play this blindfold game with
Spider-Man bin?
But men fall for things all the time. We are idiots.
Suckers.
Straight up. Crystal said he later found out the last object was a knife. Later you found out? When Davaloo drove him to the hospital.
Take me to the hospital. Why am I keep guessing?
When Davaloo drove him to the hospital, she stabbed him for a third time in the parking lot for good measure. I threw the good measure in. That's what I think she was thinking about. Measure. I think I would stab him 4 times. I'm a person for even numbers.
Yeah, I would too.
I like even.
Even, yeah. When I put my volume on the TV or the radio, it's always an even number.
Oh, man.
I'm weird like that.
You might be smarter than I thought you were.
I even do it to my kid does it now. He even say, Dad, I put it on 22, not 21.
Jack's never leave it home. You keep it up with this kid. I'm going to take this kid to the mall and hang out. He needs someone else to hang out with. He can't be hanging around with you all the time. So Sheila Davaloo was not the very first person that the police looked at in the murder. Now, when the fiancé, Nelson Sessler, came home and saw that there were police elsewhere, one would think he would have tried to get in the apartment to at least make sure his fiancée was okay. Instead, he went to the boathouse next to the apartment. Oh my God, I can't even read this. And decided to lay down and take a nap. At this point, he was considered the number 1 suspect, but police were eventually able to rule him out. I think I would have charged and convicted him just based off this.
You can rule him out as not being there, but how do you act like that and not have something to do with it?
I would agree with you.
And if he did, Sheila's not talking because then that would incriminate her into a plot. So she has to get off this on her own. So
when you guys are putting this story together and you got to this portion, is that what went through your head, that he was in on it?
How's he not in on it, acting like that?
Okay.
But I'm just thinking, like, that's what I thought. Like, if he was, why wouldn't he get ratted out? No, if she rats him out, she's convicting herself at the same time.
Right. That's a good point. When I was reading through,
I'm full of them.
No, you're not. When I was reading through this, you know what? I didn't even let that cross my mind that he was probably in on it. I just thought, man, this is a dude who just didn't care about her at all. But I never made the leap that you made, which is a good one.
Maybe she'll be like 60 and be like, fuck it, you're going down with me at this point. You acclimated to prison life.
I would have already made that decision. We're doing this together. So jump forward to January 31st, 2012. Connecticut's Forensic Science Laboratory explained the physical evidence at the crime scene and stated that Sheila's DNA and blood was found in Annalisa's home.
That's not good.
In addition, a voice recognition expert testified that he used digital voice analysis software to determine that Sheila was the 911 caller who lured police to Annalisa's home.
No, dummy.
Why do you need to call 911? What are you doing?
Let it go.
The damage is done.
Maybe she's having the remorse like she did. Like she paused with the stabbing of her husband and now she's having remorse again. I don't know.
And you may be right, but you should have learned the first time this ain't for you.
No.
You don't have that kind of smoke in you. So Sheila argued that a blue contact lens, actually, Sheila persisted in her defense's closing argument, however. The voice recognition was only 68% accurate.
Science.
She stated, quote, "They say Harry Connick Jr. and Frank Sinatra sound alike." Close quote. I'm a huge Harry Connick Jr. fan, and I like Frank Sinatra. I've never thought they sound alike.
No, they sing similar types of songs.
Right.
But I don't think they sound
I've
alike.
never heard anyone say that they sound alike. Now you're making shit up. This is how I know you're guilty now. All right. If I'm on this jury, that's where I convict you. Right there.
Right there, just on your lack of knowledge.
When they interview me, they say, "What put her away?" When she said, they say Harry Connick Jr. Frank Sinatra sounded like. That was too much for me. All right, that was one straw too many. She also said there was reasonable doubt due to the lack of a murder weapon and questionable DNA results. Sheila argued that a blue contact lens found in Annalisa's hair pointed away from her as the killer and cited a man and woman who were seen arguing in front of Annalisa's apartment.
Maybe it was her and Nelson.
You've already opened that door. I wondered if there's any cops who thought that. Authorities said Davaloo killed Raimundo because of a love triangle. A male co-worker dated both of them, and he eventually grew to be more serious with Raimundo. Prosecutors accused Davaloo of killing Raimondo because she was obsessed with her coworker and wanted to eliminate her rival. While the prosecution demanded that the blood evidence on the sink handle in Annalisa's bathroom explicitly pointed to Sheila, Sheila stated that there should have been more blood in her apartment due to the violent nature of the struggle. Quote, did the state prove to you that I was there that day? Well,
Yep.
Well, they can't do that. Close quote.
No, they did. They definitely did. DNA. It's about as undisputable as being in jail as an alibi.
She claimed to be at work, but she was gone during the day for long enough time to commit that murder. After jury deliberations, Sheila was convicted of first-degree murder in the death of Annalisa Raimondo. She was sentenced to serve 50 years for the offense after she completed her 25-year sentence in New York for the attempted murder of her then-husband, Paul Christos. Boy, this woman's making...
So the timing is so weird in this. So she kills a woman first, but then does time first for the husband attack. So in her mind, she had killed a woman and gotten away with it. And then she's going to kill the husband, and now everybody's out of it. Just her and Nelson can be together, but it didn't quite go like that.
Yeah, because after she killed the husband and they went to go, I believe they went to go talk to neighbors for whatever reason. It was after she,
Yep.
And then that's when everything kind of spun out of control with her for the murder that she committed. So yeah, the timing of it is completely off. So she's gotten the 25 years for the attempted murder of Paul Christos, the idiot. And then she gets the 50 years after that.
Tacked on for a crime that happened beforehand. It's a lot of jumping around.
Yeah, for killing Annalisa Raimondo. So the murder conviction came more than 9 years after police found Annalisa Raimondo dead in the foyer of her waterfront condo on Harbor Drive on November 8, 2002. She was bludgeoned over the head several times and stabbed 9 times in the face, neck, and chest in a chaotic struggle. The deepest stab wound pierced her lung, prosecutors said. Stanford Police Captain Richard Conklin called the investigation of Davaloo as labor-intensive. It took several years to line up physical evidence, such as DNA and voice analysis. Her 25-year prison sentence gave investigators the luxury of time. That gave us time to cross our T's and dot our I's, Conklin said. So, yeah, they were in no real rush. Where was she going? They had her in prison already for 25 years.
That's a good point.
We can do this. So she is currently serving 75 years in prison and will likely die of old age long before her sentence is up.
Good.
The murder and the knife attack was just Sheila Davaloo wanting to eliminate anyone that would prevent her from being with Nelson Sessler. This case was a tough one for some people to accept because she was educated and came from a good background. And, people never want to think about those people committing these kind of crimes.
Yeah, and that's a man's crime, usually, right?
Absolutely.
Especially when it's that violent.
Good point. She gave her first jailhouse interview 15 years after she was convicted. In an interview with Piers Morgan, asshole, she was told that people consider you a murderer, a psychopath, brutal. He asked Sheila, how does that make you feel? Her response, I just feel like people don't know me. How come these people can't ever have more smart responses to these things? I just feel like people don't know me.
Yeah, well, we don't, but we know about it.
Davaloo claimed all the evidence was circumstantial, but DNA evidence does not exactly count as circumstantial.
No.
During the interview, Morgan asked Davaloo about the games they used to play, and she didn't want to talk about it. Morgan's like, come on, just tell us. Lots of married couples play games.
Come on, give us a couple details.
You put it best, such a dirtbag. So
I watched that interview.
I was going to ask you, what did you? Yeah, because I know you watched it.
And it was funny. He is a dick, but sometimes the dick is in him. It comes across as funny because he's talking to her, and he's like, but you committed this crime, and she goes, no, I did not commit this crime. He's like, but you did, huh? Just come on, like he's just patronizing the shit out of her.
But it was hysterical. But I think he's one of the worst interviewers sometimes in terms of this because it's almost like there's no real background information. Like he's not coming through the back door to try to trap you or loop you in anything. He's just, hey, come on, come on. Like Eddie Haskell from
incriminate yourself further. I realize you're in the middle of an appeal, but incriminate yourself further.
You want to smoke this cigarette, don't you? Come on.
Hey, you can't see that in the camera. He's probably waving it down by his ankle. Hey, this is my road here.
He drives me insane. So while she does not consider herself to be an innocent person in general, in her own words, she does maintain her innocence in the murder of Annalisa Raimondo. I never understand why people who are just dead to rights caught no. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, fuck it. If anything, I mean, if you're honest about it, you have a better chance at parole down the road.
And you're right. And I never understand. I don't know. Is it because if you say you did it, it makes it more real that you're in prison now, or I just don't know.
Just if you admit to it, that's it. You're never getting out. I think is what goes through their head. It's like the hope of maybe one day getting out. An appeal just might go through. Who knows?
Because I've seen kids even do the same thing. You're caught dead to rights in what you're doing, and you just won't admit that you did it.
It's like cookie crumbs on your shirt.
Oh, I did it. Wasn't me. I'm persecuted. It's just it just drives me nuts. This is another good one here. I've been Sidney Smith, and this has been
Jamie Kamaya
from the Sidney Smith Creative. This has been Murderess Podcast. If you like our show, be sure to tell your friends and family. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you are listening right now. iHeartRadio as well, or wherever you're listening right now. Leave that 5-star rating and review on Apple. I don't know why I can't again. Apple Podcast, right? On Apple Podcast. So do that for us, and also maybe share an episode or two with a friend. Let them know about the podcast as well if you enjoy listening to it each and every week.
That'd be mighty fine of you.
And I want to thank our folks overseas who are listening to us. We do appreciate you. You have not gone unnoticed. Thank you to Atlanta as well for kicking ass. Thank you to all of our listeners right here in Phoenix area who listen and support. Thank you guys out in Massachusetts. Thank my family and friends back in Michigan. Thank everyone all over, but I just want to go ahead and give those few shouts outs because they are multiples. So remember, you can also support the show and receive bonus content by joining our fan club by going to patreon.com/Murderess Podcast. About the story you just heard, we sourced it from murderpedia.org, boston.com, murderpedia.com, thehour.com, and badwomen1.wordpress.com. Folks, remember, be aware of your surroundings, and we'll see you next week.
See you.